I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man. Today I got a mega movie plan. Today, I'm back with another mega physical media topic video for you all. I'm going to be going through the packaging of physical media and the different options you have out there to collect, because there's so many different variety out there. I'm going to talk about which ones look better, how do they feel, how do they keep the disc protected, how do they fit on the shelf, the overall collectability of them. So really going through just the packaging of each of these different types of ways to collect physical media, going kind of from the worst to my favorite types of physical media to collect based on the packaging itself. So there's a lot to go through here, tons of examples, but before we get into that, if you love physical media, you're a big collector, you enjoy being part of the physical media community, you are in the right place. So make sure you subscribe right now so I can keep getting you this tons of physical media topic content for you all. So let's get into this right away. We're going to start with my least favorite way to collect physical media, and I don't even think it's done anymore, but I gotta have a blast from the past right here. This is a DVD that I got when I ordered Papa John's pizza. Yes, you can even see on the back Papa John's pizza. Basically, you would order a pizza and they would give you a DVD and this flimsy like case covering for it. I mean, look at how it's so cheap, right? I mean, it's just, yeah, look at that. Ugh, this is just not good looking at all. Really flimsy, does not protect the disc at all. But what can you expect? It was free when it came with the pizza. So, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't expect too much out of this. But yeah, I had to talk about this one because, yeah, no one should collect physical media like this ever, ever. Again, this should never happen. So that's my least favorite way to collect physical media, the worst packaging there. Next, this was one I picked up. I was a big fan of The Dark Knight, so I had to pick up this movie. And I wanted a different kind of packaging for it. You know, I was really hyped up into the movie. I wanted something special, something unique with it. And so I saw this like Batman mask case at Target, I believe. And so I picked it up for the movie. But wow, big mistake for so many reasons. First of all, I messed this one up. That part was my fault. Do not leave physical media close to a window that has a lot of sun heat come through, because it definitely can melt. In terms of this packaging here, yeah, definitely started to melt and just like get all messed up, and yeah, cannot be repaired. So yes, that's not good to do either with your physical media, but you live and you learn. But overall, the packaging is just not great, because when you try to put it on the shelf, this takes up a lot of space. It's really bulky. It's weird because you got like the nose here poking out. It just fits on the shelf very weirdly. And even when opening it up, I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing special. And once again, how it just fits on the shelf takes up a lot of space compared to just a regular Blu-ray case. And yeah, it's just not the best. I need to upgrade now to like a 4K Steelbook or something a little bit better than this, because these weird packagings, it just doesn't fit together well with the other movies. That's the main problem with getting physical media like this. So yeah, not gonna go with weird packaging anymore. So I lived and learned on that one. Next, we'll go with just a standard DVD case. This has no slipcover to it. It's just a DVD, and I don't like collecting DVDs anymore, not just because of the quality, but also the packaging. It's a lot bulkier than a Blu-ray. I mean, you can compare it to a Blu-ray. If I have a Blu-ray right here, you see that a Blu-ray is a lot smaller. It takes up a lot less space, the Blu-ray does. So the DVD, just too bulky to fit a disc in. And so it's like, it feels kind of heavy too, you know, more so than a Blu-ray case. And yeah, it's just, like all that just for that DVD there? No, definitely not a great way to collect physical media. So yeah, just the plain DVD case, no slipcover, nothing on it, definitely towards the bottom of the list, so I don't collect those anymore. All right, next we go with Blu-rays that have no slipcover to them. It's just a standard Blu-ray. It's not a combo pack, no DVD with it, no digital with it. It's just a Blu-ray case. Now, like I said, I like this better than the other options because it doesn't take up too much space on the shelf. So technically you could get a lot of these and fit a lot of them on your shelf, which is a nice thing to it. But the case is very flimsy. I mean, still kind of like, ooh, like you can kind of feel the disc like wobbling around in there, which I don't like. And even when I open it, it's just like, so plain, so plain. Yeah, and a lot of times they'll have that recycle cover in there where it can mess up the disc. Ooh, those are even worse. And so overall, nothing special than just a plain old Blu-ray. Now, I will still collect these if it's the only way to get the movie. If there's no longer slipcovers with them, I will still collect these if they're cheap, if they're the right price, and of course, if they're my favorite movie and I have no other option, then yeah, you kind of have to go with it. But just still not a favorite way to collect for me. When I get these in the mail, I'm like, I wish I had something better. So definitely more towards the bottom. All right, next we're going to have a 4K Ultra HD case, but this just comes with a 4K. No Blu-ray, no DVD, no digital code. It is literally just the 4K disc. So I know some people may be thinking, oh, but it's a really nice boutique title with it being Arrow Video. Yeah, if I'm talking about the quality, if I'm talking about the special features, yeah, fantastic. This would be higher up on the list. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm just talking about the packaging. And the packaging, once again, is pretty flimsy. And this is still kind of bulky just for, once again, having a 4K disc. So it has the 4K disc, that's it, and it's still kind of bulky, so it takes up some room. No protection to it, so still kind of feels just really flimsy in itself. And just, yeah, once again, not a favorite way for me to collect physical media. So this, once again, is towards the bottom of the list. Yeah, it's a little bit better than a DVD. Yeah, better than a Blu-ray because it is 4K. I do like seeing, of course, when you have it on the side. Yeah, I like having the 4K cover, but still nothing special to this one. Yeah, just towards the bottom of the list more. All right, let's go. Yeah, we're not into the good packaging yet, but we got to go in order, okay? From worst to best here. Next, we get 4K Ultra HD. Now, this is a combo pack. You at least get the 4K disc with this. You get the Blu-ray. You get the digital. So you're getting a lot of good components inside here, which I'm happy for. Also, it doesn't take up too much room. Pretty similar to the Blu-ray case in terms of spacing there. And in terms of opening it up, once again, it has all the components in there. You get the digital code slip, and then you have the Blu-ray and 4K. And you know what? I like how they're in separate disc holders. They're not scratching each other, so that's a good thing with them. So I do like collecting these combo packs a little bit more because you get more with them. You get 4K, you get a Blu-ray. So, you know, in case something happens to your 4K player, you got a Blu-ray backup. That's good enough. But yeah, so I like this a little bit better just to the combability of it, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, and so you do get all those nice components on the inside. But in terms of how it looks on the shelf, in terms of not really being protected either, it's still more towards the bottom of the list. So yeah, you may be able to see kind of a pattern with this. Things that don't have slip covers, that don't have extra protection, they're going to the bottom, okay? So yes, that one, yeah, not the best. Now, at least we get into some protection here. And I will go with, actually, you know what? I'm going to throw up a box set here. Ooh, you think box sets are so great? Yes, they normally are. But this, I have to mention here, the box set for DVDs. So box set for DVDs here. This was the Die Hard collection, just as an example. These took up so much space. This thing is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. It's only 3 movies. And in terms of the spacing, let me just compare it real quick to say like my 4K Hitchcock collection. Look at that. Side by side. Wow. Out of that 4K Alfred Hitchcock collection, and then you get 4 movies, and that one takes up barely any space compared to just getting 3 DVDs in a box set. So, oh my goodness. Once again, I'm not a big fan of the DVDs because they just take up so much space. So even though it's in a box set, it's a little bit better than just a plain old DVD because you get it in a nice collection. Got some artwork on there, not a whole lot with this example. But still, the space on it just takes up so much shelf space. It's very bulky. And so, yeah, that's why the DVD era, it was great for the time, but just no on it. Even though it's better than just the regular DVD, I still had to mention a box set of DVDs during that era. Just too much space on the shelf. I need more room for more movies, so I gotta retire those DVDs soon and upgrade them to like 4Ks of. And, well, I don't think they have 4Ks of all of those yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. But maybe get some Blu-rays out of them. I've seen the first Die Hard on 4K. So, all right, next we're getting into some protection here. Yeah, you got to protect what you love. You got to protect that physical media. So now we get a slipcover here, which is nice. But this is just a slipcover for a DVD. So that's why this kind is still kind of more towards the bottom. I guess we're getting kind of mid-tier now, but at least you got the slipcover. Yes, the slipcover is so nice. Gives that extra protection, which I really do enjoy. So if you can get extra protection on your movies, why not? Just because, right, it protects it more, so this is less likely to get damaged because you got that first line of defense with the slipcover. So to me, I think that's pretty crucial. Now, in here, you really just have the DVD, so nothing too special with it. Yeah, just the DVD. No Blu-ray in there, no, nothing like that. This was just back in the days when I was still looking at collecting some DVDs, and it was okay. It was okay, this packaging. At least I had the slipcover. I will say that. That's why it's a little bit higher up on the list. Can't go wrong with having a slipcover, and even nowadays people are spending a lot of money to get slipcovers for movies that did not come with slipcovers. I mean, you see slipcovers go for ridiculous prices these days online, which I don't think anybody should pay high prices for slipcovers. That's just me. You know, it's like once you start paying more for the slipcover than the movie, that's where I'm like, yeah, I'd rather just get more movies at that point. But that's just me. If you love slipcovers and you want to pay more for them, go for it. Why not? That's what makes you happy. All right, we're still going into slipcovers here. We're still getting our good protection here with our movies. So this is a Blu-ray plus digital, and you got the slipcover here. And I like the artwork on this too, actually. It kind of pops out nice. So, but once again, you got the slipcover, which is nice. So yeah, slipcover, always great to have a slipcover with your movies. Gives that extra protection. And so it takes up a little bit less space than the DVD. So that's why it's a little bit higher up on the list. Now these cases do kind of bug me though, because they are kind of difficult to open. It came with a digital code, which was nice. Now I will say one negative here. That recycle cover, ooh, I do not like that as a physical media collector. Once again, something could push through, could damage the disc. I really don't like that. However, you do get the slipcover though, which does give you some kind of line of defense. But those recycled Blu-ray covers, I get it. Recycling, I'm all for recycling. I recycle myself. It's important. I got it. Got to save the planet. All for that. But you also got to make sure your movies are protected as well. So, wish there was a different way about going about that. All right. Now, the one issue with slipcovers, like with this one, this is a newer one I got. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer to put it back in the slipcover. But yeah, so the Blu-ray slipcover, that's a little bit better. So that's why that one goes up more on the list. All right, next we have some more slipcovers here. So this one's a Blu-ray combo pack. So you get the Blu-ray, you get the DVD, you get the digital as well. So I love getting combo packs when I'm collecting physical media, just in case something happens to one of your discs, at least you have a backup. Like say something happens, that's like when I like collecting 4Ks plus Blu-rays, because if something happens to your 4K player, you only got a Blu-ray player, or they stop making 4K players, you at least have that backup. I think kind of the same concept with Blu-ray and DVD and digital. You have a couple backups there just in case anything happens to your main form of playing a movie. You still have the backups, which is nice. I always like to see combo packs. And here we also get the slipcover, which is really, really nice. I like that. And the front slipcover is different artwork from the inside. Now that's always a plus, that's always a bonus. So this is why this goes up a little bit higher on the list. Now let's take a look inside. We get the digital code, which is nice. I do kind of like the design of these discs. I didn't realize at first how cool they look like with being film reels. Really awesome disc there. So always extra nice design on the disc. Doesn't hurt either. So yeah, I like having all the backups there with these movies. So that to me just works completely. And of course, the slipcover is nice as well. And also the good thing about getting the combo packs here is you don't have that recycle cover that can damage. And also the back of the slipcover is actually pretty nice as well. I'll show that to you as well. So yeah, the back is some different artwork as well. So kind of cool. I like that. Really good movie, by the way. Really like that Quentin Tarantino film. All right. So we're in mid-tier right now, still in mid-tier. And so next we get into a lenticular cover. Yeah, look at, you can see Barman Star riding a giant, is that a lobster or shrimp? I don't know. Maybe that's a giant shrimp, but it's basically a lenticular cover where you can see the design as you kind of altered the viewing of it. It's movement on it. So that's probably why I picked up this movie initially, because I just like the lenticular cover. It looked really cool. Actually, it feels really nice. I like the feel of the lenticular covers. Really great feel to it, and just looks really cool. Actually, I ended up enjoying the movie more than most people. So that's just a bonus. But in terms of packaging, I like it. It's a slip cover, something a little bit different. So you get the slip lenticular packaging, which is really nice. And you can tell, once again, you know, it's lenticular, so you see it move, right? This doesn't move. And so on the inside, oh, and this is the combo pack as well. Like I said, combo packs are always going to get a little boost for me. Get the digital backups. And then, of course, you got the Blu-rays, you got the DVDs. So, yeah, like having the combo pack, like having all the backups there. And then, once again, it has a slipcover, so that's already a boost. That's extra protection. And then, I just like the design of it being a lenticular cover. It's something a little bit different. So, I think that's a fun cover. I think lenticular covers are fun. They feel different. So, overall, I do like the lenticular. So that's why that goes higher up on the list for me. I do want to collect more lenticular covers, but I don't see a lot of them out in stores. So if you have any good lenticular cover examples of physical media that maybe I should be picking up, just definitely let me know. Shout that out in the comments. All right, next, we're still in our slip covers here. This is a slip cover for a 4K Ultra HD combo pack. Of course, you got the 4K, you got the Blu-ray, you got the digital. So you're getting the really good quality with the 4K, but what's nice is you still also get a slip cover. Once again, my slip covers are always going to boost you higher on the list because it gives that extra protection. Yes. So even if the slip cover gets messed up, and I brought this example because mine is kind of messed up when I ordered it, didn't come perfect condition. But even though a slip cover can get messed up, the inside is still good, clean and fresh. So that's good with that one. And so once again, it's a combo pack. So I got my digital code in there, and then I got my 4K Blu-ray disc. So I like having the combo pack. I like having those extra backups there. And then, of course, like I said, 4K quality. That's my favorite way to watch a movie at home. And with the packaging, can't go wrong with it being a slip cover either. So that's why you can kind of see a pattern there that my slip covers, I do enjoy. They're very, to me, they're in the mid tier. Once again, we still have a lot of different packaging ones to go through. But I will say the problem, once again, I mentioned with the slip covers is sometimes it kind of catches a little bit when you're putting them back in. So it takes some time to do that. So if you're like, why are you taking so long to put the movie back in? Because I don't know, it just catches for me sometimes on the slip cover. So even though the slip covers are cool because they get extra protection, sometimes, the friction with it, just how it fits, yeah. Sometimes it's tough to put back in the packaging. All right, so to me, that's mid-tier. Now we're going to go like, I would say we're getting into high tier, some high quality tier right here. All right, so now we got, I love this packaging that Scream Factory did when this Halloween set came out. It was just so fantastic because look at this. Ooh, so it's in a nice casing protection. I guess kind of like a book format almost, but it's really nice. And the good thing is if you feel this material here, it's actually pretty hard. And of course, it's going to have some more protection. So where the slip covers are kind of flimsy, this is a little bit more protective. That's why I put this higher up on the list rather than just a plain old slip cover. And also, the artwork on this is fantastic, so that gives it a little boost as well. But just in terms of the packaging, I like how that slides out. It's easy to get to, so a lot easier than putting the slip covers back and forth. Those take me some time. This kind of just slides out nicely, which is great, but it looks awesome on the shelf. It looks fantastic, and also the packaging, like I said, it being a harder cover, protects it a lot more. So really liked what Scream Factory did with that. Really hope we get more of these. Let's finish up that Halloween series, right? I want Halloween H2O, in this same packaging. Yes. But yeah, awesome. I like that style. So that's why I'm saying we are into the high mid tiers here. So well, I'll say it's pretty high tier. It's definitely high tier. Next, we're going to get into some steel books. Yes, I really like collecting steel books. This was actually the first physical media, I believe, one of the first I've collected. This is definitely my first steel book I collected. That's absolutely for sure. But I really liked the steelbook. I was just so mesmerized when I saw steelbooks for the first time because the packaging is just so nice. Just looks very clean. Really like it. And you got the hard case on it. Once again, it's steel. So to me, this is like the best protection for a movie. Like, how are you going to get a movie messed up with it being in the steelbook? So to me, steelbook, really nice. Even though this is just a Blu-ray combo pack, right? So you get the Blu-ray, you get the DVD, you get the digital. The steelbook part of it is just so nice. So really good protection in here. You really don't have to worry about, is the movie going to get messed up inside? No, you got to try hard on this to get the movie messed up inside. So at least the steelbook helps protect it. So I do really like steelbooks. So my steelbooks, of course, are higher tier for me. All right, next, still continuing on with some steelbooks. We're going with the 4K combo pack steelbooks. So now you got the 4K, you got the Blu-ray, you got the digital code. So of course 4K for me, definitely absolute better quality. So that gives it a little boost of it being a 4K steelbook. So, but steelbooks are still great. But I did want to point out, even though steelbooks provide great protection for the movies themselves, the steelbook isn't, perfect in terms of, nothing can hurt a steelbook. Unfortunately, my steelbook got messed up. If you can see, this is popping out here. So yeah, so steelbooks can still get messed up. Don't think, steelbooks can't get messed up at all. No, they can still get messed up. Don't stack too many steelbooks together in a tight space because they will pop out like this. I live and I learn. So yeah, I learned, only a certain amount of steelbooks together. Definitely give them some space to breathe so they're not pressing too hard because that can happen. So, but overall, that's only happened to me one time. So now I keep them with some nice space. So yeah, the 4K steelbooks, this is, a recent 4K steelbook I got, and I really like the design on this one. This is why I also picked out this one here, because it's like I guess you would say it's more of a matte finish, I guess you would call it, just how it feels. Where the other one was more like popping up lettering. Let me show you the difference here. So this one, right, this pops up the lettering, okay? So you got that pop-up feel. Whereas with a steelbook like this, it's all smooth. It's very smooth. It's a very just matte, I guess you would call it a matte feel to it, very smooth. So I actually prefer this a little bit more. I just like the sleek design of it. And also, of course, amazing artwork. But in here, what's nice is, once again, it's a combo pack. So you get, of course, the digital with it, but then you have the disc. And what's nice, the discs are separated. You have the Blu-ray, you have the 4K. Now, what I would have probably preferred if they did like a Blu-ray over here and 4K over here, because it is kind of annoying when you have to take these discs out. To me, like if I want to get to the Blu-ray, like how do I get the Blu-ray out? I have to take the 4K out first, and then I have to take the Blu-ray out, and then when you put them back, same thing. It's like you got to take both of them out sometimes just to get to the one disc you want. So I don't like them being like stacked like that, even though they're not rubbing against themselves, right? They're still protected. It's just like trying to get the disc out, you have to take each one out. So I don't prefer that part. That would be the one negative to collecting these kind of 4K steelbooks. But other than that, the 4K steelbooks are, you can see that I prefer steelbooks over slipcovers. I do, because to me, steelbooks provide more protection overall, which that's what I'm always going for when I'm trying to collect physical media, what protects the most. So we're going to get into some collections here in a little bit, but we're still on the singles. So what can be better than just a matte steelbook, right? Well, Lionsgate has been impressing me because, woo, the ultimate best of both worlds with the slipcovers, with the steelbooks. You get a steelbook, but it already is in a slipcover. Wow, look at this. How awesome is that? And how they did the art design too, so where it just flows together. That's great. So the art overlays on the steelbook. I mean, that is fantastic. Oh my goodness. This is so great. And I actually did a full unboxing and review of this movie. I can link that video in the description below if you want to check that one out afterwards. Same with the Spider-Man No Way Home. I have that full unboxing and review too. So I'll put that in the description below. But just look at it. It's perfect. It's the best of both worlds. You got the slipcover. You got the steelbook. Looks very nice, and of course it's a combo pack. You get the 4K, you get the Blu-ray, you get the digital, so it really has everything to offer there. So Lionsgate, you are like the winner for like single movies here in terms of packaging, getting those slipcovers with the steelbooks, with the amazing artwork, overlay design. Just has been doing a great job, Lionsgate. And actually, you know what, these are pretty cheap. I think this one was only like 20 bucks. Great job, Lionsgate. Keep doing what you're doing with this, because this right now is my favorite way to collect a single movie. So, really like that. Next, we're going to talk about some box sets here in terms of collecting here. So, let's get into a first kind of box set. So this is my Alfred Hitchcock Classic Collection. Now this is an interesting way to do a collection of movies. So basically it's like a book when you pull it out, which is cool. I like the design of it. I like the way that looks. And so it's a great way to kind of save space and keep a collection of movies together. But it's not perfect, and I'll show you why. So even though it's cool, you got the 4K, you got the Blu-rays right there for all these movies. The issue here, and I'll definitely link a video in the description below where I go through all of it for my Alfred Hitchcock collection. But the issue is when you try to pull out these discs here, it's like it takes a while to get them out. You know, it's not in the best, you know, because it's like just here. And it's like every time I feel like I take it out, like I don't want to take it out. I feel like it's rubbing against there. It's going to scratch the disc. Because it's not just on a disc holder where you can take it, pop it out real easily. No, it's just in basically there where it's rubbing as you go in and out with it. And so to me, I'm not a massive fan of that. It's not terrible because once again there is a positive. It saves space, keeping everything together, and it does look cool in a book format. But it's not the best protected, which is why it's a lower on my list of collection packaging for physical media. And so that is an issue I do have with it. Now, what I prefer to do if I'm collecting a box set, for example, I'd rather get it separated, for example. So this is my Batman 4 film collection. And so I like it on separate cases. So you have all of these, all 4 separate individual packaging within this box set. But I do like the box set because it keeps them all together. So if I want to see some classic Batman movies, I know right to go to this box set. But then you can just kind of take it out one by one and have it just like that. So this to me keeps the disc a little bit more organized, a little bit more protected. Once again, it's just kind of similar to a 4K disc. Like you can get this separate, I believe. But what's nice once again is you got it protected because you're all separated, which is nice. But also it's all together in one box. So I know where to find my Batman movie. So if I'm doing a collection, that's not a bad way to get a collection. But there are some better options still. So another good option I like as well, and this is actually pretty fancy here. Got to be careful with this one, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with this one, the Columbia Classics HD collection. Now this is a fun way to collect because it's very displayable. So you can kind of have it just turned like this and display it on a shelf. The bad thing about this though is it does take up a lot of space, and like you need a big shelf. If you try to do it this way, no way to do it this way unless you have like a shelf that really pops out. Most people won't have that. So if you put it like this, it's nice to display it. It looks really cool. But then it still takes up a lot of space just for 6 movies. Now it's kind of cool when you open it up. It is very nice and you get a lot of things in it. But how you open it up, even though it is cool because they do all go with the individual slip covers in it, which is nice, which let me see if I can kind of take it out and show you. But yeah, it's so flimsy. How this one is, to me, it's very just like, very flimsy. See, that's the issue I have with it. It's very difficult to take it out. It's like, do I take off the J card? No, I don't want to take off the J card. But how then would anyone open this if you don't take off the J card? See, I'm already struggling with it, and I'm not even there. I could take off the J card, throw the J card away. I know there's people that do that, but I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, so to me, I don't like that there. So yeah, I don't even want to mess with it too much. There is a way to do. Oh, you know what? I remember how I did this before. Oh, okay, yeah. I can just put the J card up like this. Okay, and take off the J card. That made it a lot easier. Okay. And I'm not going to go through all this. I'm sure everybody's seen like individual unboxings, but just to give an example here, you basically open it up. It's like and you get, once again, it's pretty cool looking on the inside, but what's nice is you get the individual slip covers of all the 4K Ultra HD Blu-rays right there, combo packed up. And that's nice. You get the individual slip covers with it in the collection. A lot of times when you get collections, they won't give you the individual slip covers, and then that's really irritating and bugs me. But with this, you get all the individual slip covers, which is really, really nice. So I do like it for that. Once again, it is cool to display it, but to get all the movies out of it, it is kind of irritating. That part does bug me once in a while. And then it does take up a lot of space. So there are definitely some issues to it. To me, it's not perfect, even though it's really cool. And of course, I'm excited for when we get volume 3 of it. But that's not my favorite way to collect because of those time-consuming issues there. Now, one of my favorite ways to collect here, steelbooks, is like this Back to the Future collection. What's nice is you have all the movies in the collection, each individual steelbooks, which is great. I like that system. And then you even have a little bit of cardboard kind of here to keep them separated, which is nice. It makes it a little bit easier to take them in and out, and it protects the slipcover so they're not rubbing as much against each other, ruining the artwork on the inside or anything like that. So overall, if I'm collecting like steelbooks for a collection here of movies, trilogies, things like that, I like this format a lot. I think this is really nice, and this is really definitely close to being my favorite. Now, to go with my favorite, now I gotta get this one's a little bit bigger. Okay. Yes. All right. So my favorite way to collect a collection box, and I know everybody's seen this one before, tons of unboxings out there of the Friday the 13th, but the artwork designs to me is just phenomenal. And you get so many movies in the collections like this. So to me, this is like the best way to collect a whole collection of a franchise here. You got the individual cases themselves, which is nice. You can take them in and out. It's easy to transport them that way if you need to. But if you need to take them all together, you're still in a really nice box set. This is pretty easy to carry. It's actually not too heavy with the amount of movies and disc in here. You'd think it'd be a lot heavier, but it's actually pretty easy to transport, which I like that. But also a nice thing, when you get a big franchise like this, you can display a few different ways. I like displaying mine like this on the shelf, so you have this nice artwork design. And then it also protects the movies as well, because, you know, you have it turned so they can't fall out because they're to the back of the shelf, but then you got this nice artwork displayed on the front. So to me, this is my favorite way to collect movies now. The packaging, I think this is awesome. I want to see more of these. I want to see Scream Factory definitely do more of these. Imagine we get this with a Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Ooh, that'd be phenomenal because they just look so nice on the shelf, especially if you can get a lot of the box sets together with this artwork design. Looks really good, and to me, it protects it. It fits great on the shelf. It's just overall really cool looking, and you got all the protection factors there as well. So the only way this could be improved, I would say slip covers for each of the discs. That'd be great if we could upgrade it to that, get slip covers for each of them. Of course, I would love this to be in 4K combo packs. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be awesome. I would totally go for that. But with, you know, with kind of just saying, you know, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the best of the best, even though it'd be cool if they did that. Even without the slip covers, even without it being in 4K, still just a great way in general to package all these movies. And so to me, this is my favorite packaging. That is definitely now going to be my go-to. Now, they don't do that for everything, which would be awesome if they did, because I'd totally get a whole bunch more of those. But to me, that's my favorite way to collect in terms of packaging, artwork, design, collectability of it, protecting the movie. I think that's the best way to go. But those are all my examples of different ways to collect physical media in terms of casing and packaging. But I know probably the way I collect is different than others out there. I know everybody has their different favorites. Some people prefer slipcovers, some people prefer steelbooks, some people prefer to separate all their movies and to get them all individual instead of in collections. So let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite kind of physical media packaging? What do you collect the most of? And just tell me, what do you enjoy about collecting in this way in general? Let's have those fun physical media discussions down below. Also, once again, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that now, because I'm going to get you tons of physical media content in the future, along with a lot of other movie content, reviews, rankings, news weekly, you name it. This is going to be your one-stop shop for movies and entertainment. I don't want you to miss any of it.
Come on. Do it. Do it. Come on. Come on.
Also, like the video, And this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.